right here?
Yep, same.
Yeah. Testing 1 2 3. 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 Can you hear me yet? Yeah, that's it. What's this team's name? I got on the outside.
This is ours. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna send you. Can I send you a screenshot of their lineup where you'll have names?
Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to baseball on Sunday morning. Today we have NBA, Midland Baseball Academy.
940. 41.
Facing the B4, I think, IT. We're going to get a lineup in a minute. On the mound today for NBA is Braxton Sims. Braxton's first pitch is in there for a swing and strike.
Joe K, number 8.
Joe K. We don't have last names yet. Joe for Daryl, what's the team name we're playing today? There's a pitch. That catches the outside corner for a strike. B4IT.
B4IT.
There's a play over to third base. That was a hit over to third base. Third base comes up with it nicely over to first base, but the runner beats out the throw, but that was a good throw and catch. Got a runner on first. Nobody on second and third. No outs.
Who's on first?
Who's on first?
Joe K.
So this team is an unusually named team, so I'm trying to get I'm going to see where they're from here in a minute. That one was high and inside. McLaren is up.
Lane McLaren.
B4IT, I believe is it. Runner on first, getting a little bit of a lead, not too much. Pitcher's looking over. It's in there for a strike by Sims. John Williamson is on third. Joey Creech in short.
Noah
Hernandez on second.
Cal
Cook
on first.
Pitch is a little bit inside, gets away with the catcher. Runner advances. Who's out in the outfield, Daryl? Judd? Is that Judd?
It looks like Judd Fortune in left, Damian Ochoa in center, and Silas Brion in right field.
On the mound today is Braxton Sims. Catching Braxton is Jace Gould. That is a nice pitch, Daryl, in there for a strike. That was about knee high and a little bit on that outside plate.
That was nice.
Very nice. There's a hit back to the net.
You know that feeling you get when you take that first sip out of a fresh cup of coffee?
Oh, yeah.
That's too hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just did that.
That's not good. There's a hit.
There's a high fly ball to right, and he drops it. Silas couldn't come up with it, lost his footing.
keeping Game Changer? Are you keeping Game Changer? And it's this.
No, I'm not doing it. Here you go.
So, but
That's us.
that is it.
Is
That
that
one
ours
though?
or theirs?
That's.
Ours.
Oh no, that's ours.
Can you get me on our Game Changer? Because they're on theirs too, right?
I got it.
So I can see.
Here's our game changer.
Closer.
Let me do it. Let me see your phone.
Yeah, she got it on hers. All I want's for the count.
There's
A hit back to the pitcher. Pitcher's back up over to first for the out. Run scores, however.
Do you want it to be on the left?
Yeah. Let me.
Yeah.
There's a hit back up the middle. Joey Creek shortstops up with it over to first for out number 2, but scores. Coming in to score is McLaren.
Is that what you're wanting? What are you wanting to see?
Because I want to see balls and strikes.
Okay, good. There you go.
Trying to get squared away here. We got a little bit late start, but we're recovering here. Case is up for vsB4IT. Pitch is in. That's outside.
You know, Sims had a good performance yesterday.
Really good. Really good.
Nice, pitching solid, just we couldn't get it done.
No. NBA played yesterday. They played 2 games. They lost both games. Last game was a really good game. It ended up 7-6 or 8-7. I'm sorry, but it's a good game. There's a swing and a miss.
Jace Gould yesterday was the motivation leader there in the dugout. I got a chance to sit in there for a couple of innings, and he was trying to get the team motivated. But
And that, you got to have that. I mean, these kids, their emotions, their emotions are a little bit harder to handle at this age, and they need to get up and stay up.
Want to be in there. Want to be in there.
That's a walk. So Case is on first base. Kai is coming up for vsB4IT1.
be for it.
You know, I think vsB4IT1 maybe is what it is. Pitch is in. That's low in the dirt. Runner's on the move. He'll be in there standing up in scoring position for
Good eye, baby. Good eye.
vsB4IT1.
Watch it all the way through.
That'll be Case over on second. Kai is up. It's 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second.
Williams stepping up. Hernandez creeping over towards the plate.
Almost
got him at second.
Over on
Almost
second.
a pick. I think they'd be wise to try that again
Yeah, I think
before
so
they throw
too.
a pitch.
I think so too. Most especially if you can get that runner out there and he's get him still there on his feet. When he's still about 3 seconds there, you got to turn and go. There's a swing and a miss by Medford. I think that's who's in. Kai, I know that. We're going to try to get the names. 2-0. Top of the first. 2 outs. There's a play back to second to see if he could pick that runner off, but he's back in time. It's in there for a strike. That was a nice right at the knees. Caught most of the meat of that plate on the right-hand side. Pitcher's ahead in the count, 2 strikes and a ball. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for out number 3. So NBA gets this inning behind them.
They're only
Limits the
down.
damage to 2.
Yeah, only down 2 runs.
That's doable. Are y'all vsB4IT or IT? Built for it. And what city are y'all out of? Prosper. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a Prosper team. Built for it is what I'm getting. So we're going to call them. If everybody's all right with this, we're going to call them Prosper. The vsB4IT might get me tongue-tied, so we're gonna call them Prosper.
It's showing all 4.
Prosper's just right up the road here. Daryl, yesterday we played in a great facility in Gunter, Texas.
Yes, sir.
North of Dallas, north of Prosper, north of Salina is Gunter. And
almost to Oklahoma.
Almost, man, but that was one nice facility. Good job, Gunter. They put on a great tournament. We appreciate that so much. They have probably one of the best concession stands I've ever seen in my life.
I agree.
They're cooking hamburgers live and hot dogs. The facility has 8 or 10
I think they were even doing
cages in the back.
ribeyes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think they were.
I had 2 of them myself.
My goodness, I'll tell you, that was a great facility. We appreciate them hosting the tournament for sure.
That was that Wagyu beef.
Wagyu beef. So for those out there that are listening, welcome Prosper, the Beef Build For It team fans. We are a NBA Midland Baseball Academy sponsored telecast, but we're going to do our best to tell you who's playing for Prosper, who's up. We don't have their lineup, but we do have game changers, so we'll call that out. We'll try to scream over this music they got going over here. Coming up for Midland NBA will be Braxton Sims, Joey Creech, Jace Gould, in that order. It looks like on the mound for Prosper today will be McLaren.
Looks like up first today is going to be Braxton Sims.
Thank God that's gone. That music. That's that Kill Your Boss music. That's what that is.
It is. By a slow and painful death.
Good Lord. Pitch is in.
Nice.
There's a hit. Back to the net.
Fouled back to the net.
Again, we welcome everybody from Prosper. Welcome in on the telecast. There's a strike on the outside corner. Joey Creech on deck. Outside, gets away from that catcher just a little bit. Struck him out. So every umpire has a different hitting zone. As yesterday, we had an umpire calling a way outside strike. It looks like kind of the same thing today. They're calling that outside. Ball was low. One ball, two strikes, one out. That struck him out. That's going to bring Jace Gould up.
Damian Ochoa is going to be on deck. You know, he was hot out there in center field yesterday.
He did a great job in center field yesterday.
Pitch just a little bit high.
We don't have a lineup, but we give you your defensive positions for Prosper.
Got Lane McLaren pitching.
There we go. You got that lineup. There you go. Go at it. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Looks like we got Latham behind the plate catching for Jacobs in center field. Left field's Cash. Kai is going to be on second. Case is shortstop. Duke is going to be at third base. Logan first base. And right field's going to be Joe Kay.
All right. There's your lineup for Prosper. That's what we're going to call you today for ease. Good job pitching by McLaren. He strikes out Gould, and he holds NBA to no runs at the bottom of first. It's 2-0. Prosper. vsB4IT, I believe is what it is. This is YouTube Live TV. After this game is over, these kiddos can watch this up to, I think, a year, can replay it.
And where can folks find your YouTube channel there, Steve?
So it's Indeka Baseball. I is an Ida, N is in Nora, D is in David, E is in Edward, C is in Charles, A is in Adam. Indeka Baseball on YouTube.
Awesome.
Indeka Crude Express out of Midland, Texas sponsors travels with NBA. We appreciate them providing all the equipment and the time and the personnel to bring this to people around the world. We actually have people, we've had it from people watching from Colombia. Thank you. We're getting a lineup now. We can call out vsB4IT. We appreciate that from the coach over at Prosper. Came over where we can give a little bit more personal touch here for Prosper. Indeka Crude Express is out of Midland, Texas. They're crude oil, custom crude oil haulers all over Texas, all over New Mexico, Oklahoma. Been around for many, many years. They don't buy, sell, or trade oil. They just truck oil and have pipeline logistics. If you're an operator, you're selling to whoever, Plains, Chevron, it doesn't matter. We can haul for them. The difference between us and most is we control our measurements, which is important to an operator. You don't have losses. You don't have barrels going away that don't need to be. You don't have ghost barrels missing. The service is the best.
Those ghost barrels.
Well, they'll get you. I'm going to tell you. Indeka is built on pride and safety, and you can have your marketer, no matter who you sell to, you can tell them to have Indeka Crude haul your barrels, and we appreciate that. They're helping your boys in the Midland area, and we appreciate them to. We appreciate it if you'd give them a shot next go around on trucking your barrel.
No, y'all are perfect. Thank y'all for helping. Darn wins. I mean, it's like West Texas.
Let me show you the trick. We will mute this because it doesn't. That way you don't have everything wind and everything else cutting it out.
I agree. I like
What's
that.
his name? Up to bat for Prosper is Cash. Cash hits one immediately out to outfield. That drops in front of center fielder Ochoa. It gets past Ochoa. Judd Fortune comes over to cut it off behind him and gets it back into cutoff, but not before a double. is hit by Cash. Nice hit.
Jacob is up to bat.
All right, Jacob.
Jacob's their center fielder.
All right.
Little pickoff attempt at second base. Almost had him again. You know, that combination right there with Braxton Sims on pitching and Noah Hernandez at second.
Yeah, that's
and Joey at
It's
shortstop.
a good. There's a nice high hit to right field. Actually, to second base.
Nice catch.
Second baseman.
Nice catch by Noah Hernandez there.
Wow, it really was. He was tailing backwards into it, and he got his balance regained and got that for the out. Holding second base there. Didn't allow that second baseman to grab another bag, and that's great. That's outside. Still 2-0, top of the second. 1 out.
Jace Gould keeps the runner pinned on second. He didn't think he wanted to try that arm this
I
morning.
don't think he did. Latham up to bat for Prosper. That's a nice pitch on that corner.
Nice strike.
He's letting him have that outside corner, Daryl.
He is.
And kind of even maybe an inch or two off that plate.
You know what? I think that's a good place to be.
It's a good place to be, as long as they call it both teams and
Both
call
teams.
that same spot. You know, I think it's a great place to be. That's a swing, a nice
line drive right out to center field. That's going to be good for a single. Joey fired it in from shallow center field all the way to home plate.
Yeah, that was really nice. That brought Cash in for the third score of the day.
Got Latham up to the plate.
Actually, Latham hit that double, brother.
Did he really? How about Kane?
Camden.
All right. Camden, New Jersey.
We're actually showing Cash scored. Latham's on second. Camden's up to hit. Swing and a miss. Still just 1 out, 3-0, top of the second. 1 ball, no balls, 2 strikes. There's a pickoff attempt back to second. Latham gets back in time. It's way outside. Runner's going to go into third, Daryl, on that one.
Yeah.
Ball gets away. Want to remind those that know us and have our text phone numbers. If y'all lose audio, Hillary especially, I know you're watching, or Delee, you lose audio or video, please let us know so we can try to correct it. It takes us a couple of minutes to get back on air, but nobody leave us. Sometimes technology does weird things out here. Here's the pitch. There's a hit. It's a pop-up. Braxton Sims under it for the out.
That's 2 away. CT's up to bat for the B4IT out of Prosper, Texas.
CT Turner. Steps in with 2 outs. Runner on third.
Just a little, I don't know if that was high inside.
It's actually a little bit low, I think, inside.
Okay.
It was a close pitch, I'll tell you.
It was. Jace Gould's framing that plate nicely.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job today.
Pickoff attempt on third. Just not quite in time.
One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 3-0, top of the second. CT Turner on.
Sims in the windup.
Latham on third.
Here's the pitch. Just a little bit low.
Man.
Right over the middle of the plate, though.
That was a really good looking pitch.
You know, if that would have been me batting, I don't think I could have not swung at that.
No, I'd have had to swing at that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. That'll leave them in count 2-2. Deep center, Darrell, is 210 feet. Yesterday was 185.
A little bit further today.
A
I
little
think
bit further.
that
Struck him out.
that struck him out
ends
for
the
the
side.
end of the side.
So today in this field, it's 180 down the line. It's 210 deep. We're in Trophy Club, Texas, west of Dallas, north and west of Dallas, in an absolutely stunning environment and facility that's in the middle of
This is
Trophy
beautiful.
Club. It's absolutely homes all the way around us, and I mean $1,000,000 homes all the way around us.
Yes, sir.
These fields they look turf. I'm telling you, you can't tell they're grass. They're natural grass, manicured perfectly. It's a quad. I don't know that we've been in a better. Yesterday, Gunner was one of the best facilities we've been in, but this one here
is the best grass facility we've been
no
in.
doubt, best grass facility, no doubt that we've ever been in.
Beautifully manicured tip Bermuda.
Oh my goodness, dirt mound. It's nice. Thank you, Trophy Club. Wow, what a facility. Concession stands stout. They were open early this morning. Bathrooms are clean. It's a beautiful facility. It's probably about 70 degrees. The wind is out of the south, probably at about 5 miles an hour, maybe gust to 8 or 9.
I'm going to guess that we're at about 10 to 12 with gusts of 15.
Sometimes it gets hold of our equipment just a little bit. NBA is Midland Baseball Academy. They're out of course, Midland, Texas. Their home stadium is the Christensen Stadium in Midland, which is the old professional Angels team. They were there for a long time. Midland College is there as well. NBA is a true academy. That's just, for us, your next step, logical step for your little leaguers to go to an academy that is also a travel team, and not, you can go to a travel team and they're looking for those rings and trophies, and all the players are, that's where they're at. And then you've got those that are going to get there, but they need to have process before outcome. NBA builds the process and gets the outcome that the baseball player needs as a complete outcome. They deal with it. They teach from a holistic approach there at NBA. NBA has 10U, 12U, 14U. They're about 160 players strong in that academy. Its president is Mike Munguia. Mike has a heck of an operation out there. Those Midland, Odessa parents, you really need to look up NBA for your children coming up. And man, it's awesome.
Another place that I'd like to mention that's a great place to go and do a little training for baseball. How about DBAT over there?
Oh my
right
God.
In between Midland and Odessa.
Right by the airport. DBAT, their franchise around the country. DBAT, this one, not just because it's ours. There's a hit back up the middle by Ochoa. Will be a nice single. Kyle Cook will come up to try to get him on around. But it's not, that is without a doubt the best DBAT in the United States in their franchise. There's millions spent on that facility. It's got trainers. It's got everything. It's got strength and conditioning, weight rooms. It's unbelievable.
I think old Barry Kiefer's over there, isn't
Coach Kiefer, 20-year head coach, Midland High baseball. Kiefer's over there. Josh Turley out of the Detroit Tigers organization, one of the best left-handers Baylor ever had. Runner on the move to second. Gets
by. Oh, center field backed him up and stopped that from becoming a bad thorn in their side.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Damien's got a set of wheels.
He does. He'll run. Kyle Cook's a left-hander. He's the son of Delee and Nathan Cook. His brother Carter's playing the Metroplex, 12-year-old, though, at another facility.
I think that game was over. Didn't have a very good outcome today for NBA on that, the 12U. I think it was 17-1.
Yeah, it's a rough day for him. 1-1. Runner on second. Prosper
Pitch was
Cook
high and
swings at that
outside.
high and outside. One ball, two strikes to Cook. That's way outside.
Way outside.
Pitcher picked up that they were swinging at that outside trash. He's gone back out there again to see if they could sucker him into it. He couldn't. Cal had a good eye on that.
Cal didn't want to swipe his card on that purchase. There's
high,
another
there's
one.
a runner on the move.
And he is in there safe. Damian Ochoa.
I'll tell you, that catcher came up off his haunches quick. He got the ball to third. There definitely was an opportunity for a play right there. If he'd have got the tag on him, Ochoa would have been out.
Slid right behind the
That's a
tag.
good job by Prosper. It's good mechanics. It's good basic baseball right there. There's a swing and a hit deep out to between center and left field to
Cal
the wall.
Cook to the wall.
Cal Cook goes.
Coming to second, and he is sliding into second
Cal
and safe.
Cook in the second with a deep hit double, almost out of the park. There's nobody going to get that because it was dead center between center field and left field.
That was a perfect hit
It was
there.
perfectly played.
Another 10 feet, and
It's out.
we would have been,
Yeah, had a two-run homer.
he would have been taking the dance all the way
He
around.
sure would have. Silas Bryant is up. He hits one out to right field. Right field's coming on hard. Can't get to it. It gets by him just a little bit. That's going to advance Cal Cook to third.
Be right back.
Nice hit. Coming up, Judd Fortune for NBA. They got something going here. Runners on the corner, nobody on second. Judd Fortune out of Midland, Texas up. His dad is a coach and a good coach. We won't go any further than that. White Murray's on deck. Runners on the corner. Score 3-1. Bottom of the second. Prosper throws. Runner on the move. That's a foul tip. He's coming back. It comes back to the net. Judd wants it. They're excited. They want to start hitting. Wow, a good hard swing by Judd Fortune. Pitcher's ahead on the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Runners both in scoring position. That is almost into the head of Fortune. Fortunately, it did not hit him. Wind's starting to pick up now, probably 10 to 15 gusts. That's a little bit hard. There goes some things falling. Count goes even at 2-2. This will make this a little tricky with this wind coming up on both the pitching and the hitting. As it gets up high, it's going to travel. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a hit, and it's out between second base and first into right field. 1 run scores. Cal Cook in. Here comes another run, and he's in safely. Silas Bryan comes in. That is a single out to right field by Judd Fortune with 2 RBIs to add to his stats today, Coach. White Murray steps in. White has a runner on first. The score is now tied 3-3. That's outside. Runner on the move. Fortune slides in there safely. So Fortune's on second scoring position when Murray steps back in with a 1 ball, no strike count, Darryl.
Well, that's a good place to be in the count.
It is.
Got a
Fortune's
good
on the move
lead.
right now, and he is going to be in there safe. Murray swings at that. That doesn't hurt anything. That throws that catcher off just a little bit where he can't get to that third baseman as fast with that ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, Darryl.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
Swing and a miss by Murray.
Just a little high and just a hair outside.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That's outside. And leaving the count 2-2.
You know, Murray's going to have to play some defense on this.
Oh, man. He jammed him on that.
He did.
He jammed him up on that for sure. Coming up is John Williamson. On deck is Harry Brumley. Scoot up.
Noah's in the hole. Yep.
There's a hit by Williamson out to right. Oh, center field to right field. Drops in front of the center fielder. Williamson on first base with a hit.
Judd Fortune comes in for another run.
There's an RBI added to the stats for Williamson's single. What a nice hit.
Yeah,
Williamson needed that, Darryl. He's been in a dry hole spot. He left the game yesterday so sad and upset with himself.
But you know what? It's a different day and a different game.
It is. It is. Williamson needed that like he needed to breathe.
Harry's up to bat. There's the windup.
It's outside. Williamson on the move.
Williamson steals second.
You're going to have to run hard.
Little encouragement from the sidelines over there. I don't know who that guy is over there in the stands.
He's
I can hear
like
him.
a mean guy, doesn't he?
We could hear him all the way over here in the Midland Baseball Academy booth. Williamson on the move. Loose ball. Williamson steals third. You know what? I don't know that he's going to have a pocket big enough to put all these bases in when he's stealing them.
I don't either. Harry Brumley up out of Midland, Texas. Harry is our guest player this weekend. It's the first time for him to ever play travel ball, and he is doing an outstanding.
Loose ball. Williamson comes in.
Down.
Williamson scores.
Woo! There was a play at the plate, and Williamson gets down, and he's safe. Wow.
Way to go, John!
Williamson comes in on a wild pitch, but it was played well by the catcher and pitcher for Prosper, not in time. Brumley's going to step back in with 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Again,
5-3 NBA over
came around
B4IT from Prosper.
There's a hit by Brumley.
High foul ball.
Way over the net, way behind us, and that's the kind of power that Brumley possesses. Again, Brumley's got a lot of power. He gets into it, it's going to travel for sure. There's a hit back high, back over on the right side net. He is staying in there and battling, Brumley is. Brumley's parents, Stephen and Betsy Brumley, here today. His brother's here with him. Noah Hernandez on deck. That's way outside. Brumley has a good eye. That's going to bring the count full. Brumley's done a great job at battling back. The count was ahead of him, and now he is back ahead of the count. That's high, and that will walk Brumley. Great job, Harry. Patient at the plate, watching that. Gets himself on base to give Noah Hernandez an opportunity to hit him around a little, run him around just a little bit. Noah Hernandez, strong hitter. He's fast on his feet. He's a heady baseball player. He's going to be up in the box here and trying to get Brumley on around.
And look at that beautiful gap right there between center and left field.
Oh, that one. I'm sorry. That would be a great place to pin one, wouldn't it?
Awesome. Right over the top of the shortstop's head.
There on the mound, they were giving him a little bit of encouragement and instruction there. Noah Hand, if I'm a betting man, I'm betting Noah puts it out there and play. Runner on the move, Brumley.
Showing bunt. Brumley steals second. Hernandez.
That's in the dirt. Boy, Brumley thought about it, but that catcher came up with it quick. That certainly would have been an out over on third had he run. Good decision making by Brumley on that one. There's a throw back to second. Uh-oh, they may have him in a rundown. Oh, they got him.
And that retires his side.
That's all right.
No, it doesn't. That's only two outs.
2 outs. Yeah, that's all right. He ran, got hung up. But that's okay. That coach told him to do it. So here we go. 5-3, NBA. Bottom of the second. Noah Hernandez up to bat. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs.
Old Lane McLaren seems to favor the outside.
For sure, and they're giving him that a lot of the time. 3 balls, no strikes.
Wind up.
That almost
hit
Noah. That's a walk.
We'll take it.
We're back to the top of the order. Braxton Sims is going to step in to see what he can do about this.
Noah Hernandez on first.
They're probably, Daryl, they're probably glad they walked Noah, because had he hit it, he'd still be running.
He would be.
That was probably the best thing that could have happened in Prosper's case right here.
Yeah.
And he's fast. There he goes. And boy,
he's
going
to be
standing up
at
Yeah,
second.
he's quick.
You know, if I had to guess, I bet he'll do the same thing to third here in just
That's my guess, too.
Right now he goes.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive on the pass.
And he is standing up.
He steals third. The coach is being really aggressive. Coach Braden Blaine out of NBA. Head coach Zach Gould, assistant coach over the first base side.
Called a third out, interference on the batter because the catcher couldn't get a good throw to third. I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either. Yeah, we can see it on TV. Coach Braden Blaine's arguing his point with the umpire, hopefully not too much.
That wasn't Noah's fault, was it?
Huh?
That wasn't Noah's fault.
No. All right, that's going to be the third out of the inning. They're calling catcher interference.
Batter interference.
I'm sorry,
on the catcher.
batter interference on the catcher, not allowing the catcher to get to third for that throw. I'm not buying that, and I think that on rerun and replay we'll see something just a little bit different. I'm not sure.
I think so. It's in and out.
Mm-hmm.
In and out.
In and out. Just a little bit different. All right, so we've got a phone that's interfering somewhere. There's a phone that's on that's interfering with it. That's what happens.
Let me log out. It's on your network?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Can you not kill on your network?
No. Let me see. Is there anybody else on this network? Hey, Jeff. Can you pull this network up and see who else is on that network? I'm starting to cut in and out again. I'm cutting in and out again. Can you see who's on this network?
There shouldn't be anybody on it.
Well, how do you find out?
Would it be on here or on here?
I'll be on there probably. Just starting that cutout
they have
message.
to have the password. Okay, so the only people that have passwords are me and you. And probably Addison, but I'll go look.
Do you
I
have?
have a password to our modem.
Well, it happened last time. Remember, we determined that's what it was. It's cutting out. So, can you want to?
I'll look.
All right. I don't know if we're cutting out or not. I think we are. In and out. think our sound is okay. Delee or Hillary, if you would you text Jessica and let us know if our audio is smooth?
Nothing. I'm on it right now, and I'm getting nothing.
Hey, Jess, where are you?
It's cutting out.
Hey, see if it's cut. I'm having her text it to you. It's cutting out on him, on Daryl, but I don't know if it's just because it's right here. That may be it. I'll bet that's what it is. There's a hit out to Joey Creech. Shortstop, he's under it and gets it for out number one. Is it cutting out on your account? Is Hillary or anybody not texting you? Can you text Hillary and ask her if she, or delete and see if she can hear it?
You know, that is a good one pitch out there for Braxton Sims.
It sure was.
Saves a little wear and tear on that shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Sims back in. Who's up for McLaren is up for Prosper.
Lane McLaren.
One out. Nobody on.
That pitch is in the dirt. Let me see your phone.
Got it dead. Killed it.
I just wanted to see Game Changer.
No, I got it. I killed the whole thing because I was afraid it was interfering. So I killed it. Hey, what's the count? 3-2 counts, full count to McLaren. One out. That one's in there. That's up to the second baseman, Hernandez. Hernandez over to Cal Cook. Cal Cook snags it for out number two. 2 up, 2 down. I believe this is Logan. Logan Ebo up for Prosper. Oh, what do we do? Don't unplug. Don't
unplug ours.
Yeah, because it takes 5 minutes to boot up. There's a hit deep to left field over the head of the outfielder. The outfielder's under it, gets back, throws quick to the cutoff, and gets back in. Hey, wait, I got something for you. Wait, no, give me the generator. No, I got this. Doesn't matter. Let him have it. Turn it on for him and let him plug in. That'll run you.
Just want to see.
Yeah, set it up right here. Put it right there. There's an on button to it.
One more.
0-2 count. Runner on first. There's a pitch. There's a hit. High fly ball to second base. Second base can't get to it. It was out of his reach by a ways. That was in no man's land. That's a nice single. That puts a man on first and a man on second for vsB4IT. Case is coming up. There's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. He gets ahead of the hitter right away. There's a pitch high. 1-1 is the count. Pitch down in the dirt, gets away. That's going to advance the runners to second and third, respectively.
Two and one's the count on Case.
There's a hit.
There's a
Just foul down right side. Build for it is threatening here. These two runs, if brought around, could tie the game. I believe it's 5-3.
2 outs, though.
We could just get him right here and close this inning up. It'd be a nice inning for Midland. That's a swing and a hit.
Little dribbler.
Second base is up with it. He'll take it himself to first for out number 3. Oh, no. He'd already come through that.
Nope. He's out.
No, he's out.
He's out.
He dropped it off the base. No, he didn't.
Yeah, or they could do the right call.
Yeah, it's out.
The player can't knock the ball out of the glove after the play.
No, can't do that. That gets him out of the inning. Score 5-3. Middle way through the third. These two teams are battling nicely. Talked about a little bit earlier, DBAT. We were going to talk about their coaching. They've got their coaches have played D1 ball. They played pro ball. They've got coaches in there that played for the Detroit Tigers, played for the Houston Astros, the Brewers,
The Rangers.
These coaches coach your 6 or 7 year old all the way up through high school, college. They got two gals that are softball coaches, outstanding there, both pitching and hitting. And we always encourage parents. A lot of times we see kiddos come through there they just want 1 or 2 lessons and they think that fixes them, and that's not just so. If you can get your kid in there and get them in regular lessons once a week, get them used to the coach used to them, in about 5 or 6 weeks, you're going to see a totally different player on your hands. Because a lot of us dads, they don't listen to us. We're dumb until they get about late 20s. So some dads can coach well and the kids take it well, but a lot of them can't. And so if you can get an outside, coach to teach them, I'll tell you, it makes a difference a lot of times. DBAS, not only do they have the facility, but they have the personnel to really bring a kid up and coach a kid up. Give them a try out there. DBAT, out by the Midland International Airport. Multi-million-dollar facility.
Who runs that? Who owns
Chris Wilson.
Chris Wilson.
And he's also a 14U coach over in NBA as well. He helps out.
I know I've seen this guy that's walking over there to coach first.
Zach Gould?
Yeah, I've seen him somewhere.
Oh yeah, he is the October 2018 foldout of GQ.
GQ magazine?
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
I have that issue.
Do you?
I do.
Yeah, he's it. He's in a the old fold 'em out. It took 3 pages to see the whole thing.
Oh my.
Yeah. There's a swing and a miss by Joey Creech, who steps in. First batter of the inning for NBA, with Jace Gould up Actually, that's Jace Gould's dad, Zach, that's there. I'm sure Jace didn't want to he'd bring that up. But. Coach Braden Blaine, head coach on third base, barking orders.
Out there in his traditional high heel pink cleats.
Yep. Looks good in those high heels. They're digging in. This is since it's natural turf. He's getting hung up there. And on a good day, he goes about 4'11", but he's got 3-inch heels, so he's really going about 4'8" right now. There's a hit high and behind the catcher, but he's under it, and he gets that out from Gould. That's a nice play.
Damian Ochoa up to the plate.
Damian, see if he can get something going in kind of a 2-out rally here with Kyle Cook on deck. Outside.
All right, cool. I appreciate it.
It's a little bit low for a ball. There's a hit. It's a pop-up. First base is crashing in to try to get it just a little bit out of his reach for Prosper. It's number 1, Ebo, making a really good effort to get to that ball.
Logan.
It's in foul territory, but he really ran at it hard. There's a really high pitch there. Count. 3 balls, 1 strike. He could afford to lose one here if he needed to. That's a hit right there. Right up between third and shortstop, out to outfield. Outfield's into cutoff to second. He gets past second. First backs him up. That keeps the runner into a single. For Cal Cook stepping in. And Silas Brand over on the on-deck circle. Cal Cook, if you'll remember in the last inning that he came up, he hit one up against the wall. Redneck Mother is a song. That is a hit for Cal Cook between second and first.
It's going to roll all the way to the fence.
It's going to the fence again, Mama, if you're watching.
Cal.
Here comes a run in. 80. Ochoa scores for Midland on that great double again to the wall.
Cal Cook.
By Cal Cook. This time on the right-hand side between right field and center field. Silas Bryant is coming up to see if he can get Cal Cook on a round, who is in scoring position in second base. That gets by the catcher, and Cal's on the run, and he's in there, and he has stole
third base.
He's got that in his pocket, and it's hanging out.
He does. You know, I talked to his mom after our last Lubbock tournament, and the kid could hardly run. The bases were just that he stole were just
they're weighing him down.
Weighing him down. He had them all in his pockets.
Yeah.
I think I counted
got
8.
One in his sock.
Yeah.
First pitch in there, a ball.
You know, you got to be fair to Coach Braden Blaine. He's only 4'11" in flat feet, but he's got 4 inches of hair on there.
Yeah, I think
that brings him up to 5'3".
Yeah, we could add it to it for him. That's 3 balls. That's 4 balls. That walks in. That puts runners at the corner. And Judd Fortune, son of a coach.
Did you call him a son of a coach?
Son of a coach.
A son of a coach?
And a really, really, really good coach, but that's as far as we're going to tell you anything about him. One of these days, his dad's a pretty good sized feller. He's just going to hit me in the forehead. He's going to punch me right in the throat one of these days. White Murray on deck. Just playing with you, Coach. Have mercy on me when you see me. That ball's in there high to Judd. Cal Cook on third. Silas Bryant on second. Nobody on first.
Judd's fixing to smack one here, I have a feeling.
2 outs. There is a swing and a miss. He had a good tear at it. Pitcher's ahead in the count. 2 strikes, 1 ball. He needs this desperately to get them out of a pending problem with 2 runners on. This could get costly. There's a hit by Fortune back to the right side of the net with a lot of power. Dad, if you're watching, he's had a good game. He goes down low for that one and gets it to first baseman. First baseman's up with it, unassisted.
That'll retire the
out.
side.
That was, let me tell you, that was a nice hit by Fortune. It was hard hit. I don't know that many first basemen could have made that play, but that first baseman right there, he had a good eye on it, great hands, got down to it. Good job there, Prosper, your first baseman. Ebo, right?
Logan Ebo.
What a good job on that.
That's gonna, looks like they're having a pitching change. They're gonna get Joey Creech up there on the mound.
That is correct. I'd have gone Silas right there before. You know, at least. Or no. Well, yeah. Oh, there's 2 or 3.
You know, I have a trivia question for you.
Throw it out there.
Who holds the record for the most consecutive stolen bases without getting caught in Major League Baseball?
Man, that's a good question. You know, my gut feeling would be Jose Altuve because I like Jose.
Well,
I know that's not it.
Wasn't Jose Altuve.
Well, you're a Rangers fan.
Yeah?
Or would that be a Rangers player since you're partial?
No?
No?
No Googling.
No Googling. There's no Googling going on there. In fact, the number 1 caller to 512-512-5151 will give you dinner for 2 somewhere.
Yeah, that was going to be Vince Coleman for 50 straight stolen bases
That is a lot.
in the 89 to 90 season.
Wow. The reason we announced that so quick is we got a caller right off the bat, and they did not guess Vince. They guessed Cal Ripken Jr. Joey Creech comes off shortstop. He's going to take over on the mound, do a little pitching to Jace Gould here. The rest of the lineup looks about the same with Williamson on third. Braxton Sims will be at short. Noah Hernandez will be at second. Cal Cook will be at first. Harry Brumley will be at left field. Damien Ochoa will be in center. White Murray will be in right. And here we go. Pitching is Medeiros is pitching, or is hitting for Prosper. I believe his first name is Kai. He got a piece of that. Came back towards us.
Wasn't quite the right piece for that pitch, but
Yeah. Joey pitches outside a little bit. Catcher couldn't hang on to that one. Kai steps back in. There's a strike. Nope, they called that a ball. Wow. Okay. I don't think the ump was really ready. He was walking back up at that point. Couldn't get a good eye on it. That is a ball.
Counts 3-2.
Full count. There's a pitch right there for ball 4. He walks.
Kai Madero is the one that got walked on that.
All right. They say Kai's money. That's the music.
Trying for the pickoff over there at first. Didn't quite get it there in time. Joey Creech is pretty quick.
He's very quick.
He's got a very strong
Probably
arm.
the quickest one on the team overall. There's a swing and a miss. He jammed him up low.
Inside
Yep.
and low.
Got him to swing.
Counts 0-1. Creech ahead in the count. Tries to pick off at first. Pop up to infield. Creech with the catch. Steps right off the mound for it.
That's a sure-handed young man. This wind's blowing now, what, 15-mile-an-hour gusts? That
15
ball
to
was
20.
doing some tricks.
It was.
But he got under it. He didn't let it get away from him.
I thought I saw it do a full half gainer.
Well, I think it did. That keeps that runner on first. Keeps him from advancing.
Full half gainer with a Bimini twist on that ball.
Bimini twist. One out.
Got a runner over there on first. That's going to be Kai.
Cash up to cash out. Ooh.
That was a close one.
A bit of close, yeah, going back to first, try to catch that runner.
You know, if he hadn't have shaved this morning, I think he might have been out.
He might have been out.
You know,
I think it's Alamayu is how you say it, the last name. I don't know. There's runners on the move. There's going to be no throw attempt by Gould. Runner's going to be in second on a steal.
Nice pitch right down the heart of that plate.
It sure was. It was right down Broadway, baby. Alamayu, I think is how you say that. In there with the stick. Runner on second. 6-3 NBA.
Way high and
him
inside,
again.
and he swings and misses that one.
That's out number 2. 6-3.
Latham.
Top of the 4th. I think Latham is also their catcher as well for Prosper. There's a pickoff attempt to second. Nice quick throw.
Nice pitch.
Up to third baseman. Third baseman's up.
Out
Wow.
first.
That was a hit back to third base. Williamson's up with it over to first. Just in time for out number 3. Good. Another good play there. Williamson third to first.
That was
Cowell
close.
Cook. That was close. I'll give him that. But, man, that was a great out. That got him out of the inning with a man in scoring position.
Go step over there. Go step over. Now batting for NBA is going to be Noah Hernandez, number 2, playing second base today.
That's not right. Chiriac?
Got a little bit of a pitching change there for B4IT from Prosper, Texas. Joe Kachiriak on the mound.
How in the heck did you get that out of your mouth?
You know, I pried it. Took a few teeth
I
with
don't know
it,
if it's
but
right or not, but it was beautiful, man.
Kachiriak.
Kachiriak. I've still been trying to say that.
You know, it helps. I had a verbalization interpreter right here next to me.
That
Brought
does-
to you by Endeca Crude Express
That
out of
does
Midland, Texas.
That does help. I'm Steve Williamson. This is Daryl Butts over here next to me. We're from Midland and Stanton, respectfully. Daryl from Stanton, I'm from Midland. Our boys playing together. Noah Hernandez, Butts, and Steve and John Williamson play together on this team for the first time. It's been a really, really great year for us, Daryl. We've enjoyed playing with all of these kiddos.
Had a second place in a tournament up in Lubbock.
Yep.
And that was a nail biter.
That
Let
was
me
a
tell
nail
you,
biter.
I bit all of mine off. I didn't have any toenails left after that.
Yes.
People look at you funny when you're chewing your toenails.
Especially when part of your toes are missing.
I know it. Right down to the nub.
Wow.
I haven't been able to walk right since.
Exactly right, yeah. I've noticed that. You don't walk away as nicely.
I know it.
I was talking to one of the parents. McLaren is the pitcher that started for Prosper. I was talking to him a minute ago. Our teams are evenly matched. We're both startup new teams. We only have 4 on this team that were here last year. The rest are new. And Prosper, B4IT, Bill for it is the same way. So this team's evenly matched. They're both trying to get their feet up under them, get a foundation built. They're learning this game. So it's a really nice, evenly matched team.
It is. It is.
Teams.
There's the windup.
There's a hit by Murray. It's
Foul
over.
ball. Oh, third base.
Wow.
Duke C comes over there he clutches it right there in foul territory, right in front of the home team dugout, you know. Totally disrespectful, but a heck of a play.
Move up.
For 1 out. John Williamson up to the plate.
That's
There's
high.
the windup, high and outside.
Outside. Ball, no strike. There's a hit.
There's a
for
nice
Williamson.
hard hit
It's
to
over to
short.
Short's up with it nicely to
Nice.
first. For the second out of the inning. That was a hard hit ball by Williamson.
Right to short.
Right to short.
Another 3 inches to the right,
Oh,
and
it'd
that would have been
it.
by him. That brings up Harry Brumley. Harrison Harry Brumley.
Out of Midland, Texas, Hillender School. There's a swing
Nice
and a
hit.
That's over to second base. Second over to first for the third out of the inning. That was some great defense played by Prosper. 3 up, 3 down. They couldn't have asked for a better inning than that right there.
3 up, 3 down.
They faced 3 strong hitters for Midland.
Yes, they did. We're going to have another one coming up as soon as we get back up to bat here in a minute.
This is a timed game. They go an hour and a half. This game started, I believe, around, is it 9:50 maybe? 10 o'clock?
Roughly.
The end of an hour and a half after both innings are played, the winner's the winner.
Got about 6 minutes left in the game. However, Since Prosper's getting up here to bat and be for it, that's going to allow
Oh yeah,
the home team to come up and bat in the bottom of the
this
inning.
is true.
So, you know,
So
this is do or
NBA
die for
is NBA the home team.
NBA is the home team, and this is do or die for be for it out of Prosper, Texas.
There'll be a
Do or
change.
die.
There'll be a change at third base. They're going to move Harry Brumley over to third. Braxton Sims will stay at shortstop. Noah Hernandez will stay at second. Cal Cook will be at first. Judd Fortune will be in left field.
Looks like we still have Damian Ochoa in center and Silas Briand over in right field with Joey Creech on the mound and Jace Gould catching him behind the plate.
Jace has done a really good job in that catcher position today.
I think this is only his second tournament being catcher.
I believe that's right. He hadn't played at all, and he's figured it out quickly. He's a heck of an athlete. He plays football. He plays all the sports, but he's a good athlete. His mom, Hillary, his sister, is a swimmer at Common diver, and they had to stay back for dive competition. Hillary, wish you were here. We miss you. Jay's doing a great job. We had fun last night. We took the boys over to Andretti's where they could race cars and play laser tag, and I think that loosened them up, and they had a lot of good time, a lot of fun, really good time last night. Your husband, Zach, he left for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Don't know where he went, but when he got back, he had a lot of glitter in his hair and a vodka spike in his eye. I don't know what that tells us. Smelled funny, too.
Smelled like Chanel, if I was guessing.
I wasn't going to say that because I'm not a pot stirrer.
Not at
Daryl,
all.
far be it
No.
for me to try to stir anything. I think it's totally innocent.
It's hard to stir when you don't have any arms.
Well, you're right, and he might not have any when Hillary gets through with him.
That is right.
There's a swing and a miss.
Foul ball down the first base line.
Up for Prosper. We'll get a jersey here in a minute.
Cam H up at the plate gets jammed inside.
Well, they've got some Haslid. I'm going to tell you, they have some unique last names. I love them.
Hasfeld.
Hausfeld or Hausfeld? Maybe Hausfeld. Hausfeld. I'm not good with names. I'm old. I'm decrepit.
Well, you know,
Can't see.
the meek and decrepit shall inherit the earth.
Would you please tell my wife that? Let her know.
I tried. I tried to convince her.
I'm trying all kinds of stuff, you know. Go ahead. So that's in your screen, and it's seeing if you can lean right in there, see that picture. But if it's on your big screen TV, it's huge. So it's live TV. You're not depending on the price Starlink and all. They have a lot of latency. And that's just yes, it is. Back in play. The batter was hurt just a little bit there for a minute. He sees the ball outside and low.
Two strikes on Cam Hausfeld. You know,
So that count goes full there. There's no outs. 6-3 NBA.
2-2 is
Sorry,
the count.
2-2, yeah. 2-2 count. Top of the fifth, 6-3 NBA.
Just a little bit of that one there, and knocks it foul towards the left side dugout. Had it not been for that sprinkler head pitching that ball over the top of the dugout, I think we would have been in trouble. Dropped, strike.
So that was a swing and a miss, and the ball gets away from Gould, and Gould tried to get back to it to get it to first for the out, but unsuccessful. The runner beats it out, but this is a really deep backstop here, deeper than I've seen. I don't know if they're regulation or how they work it. This one just seems deeper to me. The ball was outside.
Case Turner, CT as he's affectionately known by his teammates, up to the plate. Joey Creech with the windup. And he tries a pick over at first, and he almost got him that time. That was a close call.
Runner is on first
For Cam.
but he almost got thrown out right there. And Creech can throw that ball quick.
He has a pretty good arm.
Yeah, he does.
Just a bit outside.
I don't know where that was at, but two balls, no strikes to CT, the man on first.
Another pickoff attempt over at first. He almost got him again that time
Sure
with
did.
that throw. Cal Cook ready to get the ball if Creech wants to put it back to him.
It's in there for a
That's
strike.
in there for a strike. Count
Inside,
2-1.
Caught that inside corner real nicely, Creech did.
Did. Caught it. I don't know if he's got a kennel at the house to put that in, but
Not either. That's inside.
just a bit inside.
Backs that batter off.
3-1 the count.
Creech is going to have to come right here. Come correct there. That is a strike.
Was a strike. Full count on Case Turner.
They've
Joey
done
Creech coming up clutch on that last
Oh,
pitch.
well, and I'm going to tell you, that's that
I think that ball was doing 85.
might have been.
That was just a bit outside.
Not much.
God rest old Bob Euchre, you know?
Oh, please don't put John in. All right, there's a meeting at the mound with runners on first and second.
How many outs? Looks like we're going to have no outs.
No outs. Prosper's in good shape right here. Kuchiak, however you said that, is coming up to the plate. Joe, say Joe for Prosper. Joe's got a couple of runners here that he can
Got a
bring
chance to
in.
tie it
Yeah,
up.
he does. Runners on the move. They're going to get in scoring position, second and third. There's a hit, and it goes back against the fence behind the catcher.
You know, the umpire caught that one like he was good at catching a ball.
He did catch that well.
Barehanded.
Yeah, that's
Had
nice.
his glove on top of
I
his
think
head.
that should be an out.
I think so.
All right, that's outside. That brings us to a 2-ball, 1-strike count. There's a hit.
There's
high
a high
fly.
pop.
Sims is under it, and he's got it for the out. Sims, the shortstop, comes in between the short position just on the edge of the grass and the pitcher. It's really high. It was right in the sun for Sims. He does a nice job getting under it for the out. A much-needed out, the first out.
The first out.
With 2 men on for Prosper, second and third.
Lane M up to bat for Prosper.
There's
B
a pitch
for it.
just on the outside. That
Lane McLaren
Clarence started the day on the mound for Prosper. I believe he's in the box.
That
is
one was inside, gets
Runner's
by
coming home.
Jace Gould.
Runner gets home on a throw over the catcher. That'll bring that score to 6-4 in favor of NBA with one runner on third that's 60 foot away.
That's going to be
for making
CT
this a
on
one-run game.
CT on third for Prosper B for it.
Pitch and a hit.
Nice
That hits
line
up to
drive.
shortstop. Shortstop up over to first for an out. However, that's a sacrifice as Turner is able to come in and score.
That brings us 6-5.
6-5.
NBA.
2 outs. And if we're out of time, they're going to need this run right here to tie it to continue on, right?
Yep. If they don't get a run here,
swing and a miss.
It's ball game.
Swing and a miss by Evo. He is down in the count. He's got to hit it here, or this game, I
This
believe,
is do or
over.
die
Do or
for
die.
B for it from Prosper, Texas.
They need a hit here. There is a swing.
There is a
hit.
bouncing ball. Gets by Hernandez. Silas Breon backs him.
That's a solid hit by that young man that hits Noah right in the chest. There's nothing he could do about that. It bounces off that chest and gets a little bit out into the field. He couldn't do anything about that.
This is third base Duke C up to bat for B for it from Prosper, Texas. Gets by Jace Gould.
Tying run
advances to second.
The count is
1-0.
There's the throw. He hits. No, it goes behind. Go! Gets by Jace Gould, and now we've got the tying run 60 feet away. Counts 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, 6-5 in favor of NBA. Runner on third for Prosper. A tying run. That's going to walk Campbell.
Duke Campbell there.
No. It's going to be a pitching change. Joey Creech will come out after a great job. And it looks like John Williamson will come in to try and stop the runs. This is going to be a hard task. It's a tall task. But Williamson is going to see what he can do.
Case Reynolds is up at the plate.
Williamson's warming up here to see what he can do. Going to be tough. Going to be tough to hold him, especially that runner on third. It's a stealing league right here.
Yeah, he's next up. Well, if they don't get a run here, the game is over.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we don't have to bat if they don't get a run.
Yeah, so there's when you come down that road, set of wheels, first one to the left.
Hump's calling for 2 more pitches and then to resume play.
Yeah,
It's looking good.
Go down that road a little more and you'll see both wheels, right? We're in the back stretch.
That was beautiful right there.
All right. Who do we have in here?
Looks like we got
Case?
Reynolds.
Case Reynolds is going to come in, face John Williamson for MBA with a runner on first and third. I ain't gonna say a word. I'm just not gonna say a word. I'm just gonna be quiet right here. I'm making to him. I'm just gonna hold my shit. There's a pitch outside. Runs on first and third. 6-5. Tying run on third for Prosper. Gets a swing and a miss. By Reynolds. That evens the count, 1-1.
You know, all we need is 2 more strikes right here, and that ends the game.
Sounds like easy enough, but I don't think it is. There's a hit back
There's
to the pitcher. Pitcher has it. He's over to first for the out, and that secures the game.
Ball game.
Wow,
folks.
a nice hit.
John Williamson does a beautiful job of getting that ball hit right at his knees.
Off the mound, over to first for the final out of the game. What a great performance by NBA today. They have come around today and played
incredible baseball.
They really have.
I think the end of that second game yesterday, they were a little tired. Playing back-to-back like that on a doubleheader is a tough thing for a 10-year-old.
Really is. It really is. And
people don't realize the effort that it takes these kids to play at this caliber.
That's exactly right. And hey!
Good game, guys. Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy that.
vsB4IT?
Yeah. It's built. It's a gym. It's called Built for It. But
Built for It.
So that's a gym. Built for It is, I'm
Prosper,
learning
Texas.
from Prosper, Texas. This is their team.
That was a.
So we're learning more about it.
No, the dude in the black record does. He's the director.
I'm really liking what we're seeing here. We've got both teams coming together here. What's going to appear to be maybe a prayer.
My son. No.
This is a really good moment for these two teams. They're both coming together as teams on this Sunday morning, Palm Sunday.
You know, I just
They are bowing their heads now. I'm going to bow my head with them. In Jesus' name we pray.
That's another reason I like it.
Classy. That's a classy move by Built for It.
Just found out, Built for It out of Prosper, Texas is owned by former Dallas Cowboys safety Kayvon Frazier.
Kayvon Frazier. Mr. Frazier, you've got a class act. You've got a class institution, evidently. Those boys weren't scared to drop it and give a prayer and thank God. And, man, that right there for me made the tournament. I've not seen that yet.
No, not at all. And I think that
great
right
job,
there,
Built for It. I'd put my kids over at B4, Built for It.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
tell you, that was great right there. Wow. I also want to give a shout out to Zach Gould, who's the assistant coach. You know, I mentioned to you our son John Williamson. He's been struggling in the last couple of tournaments. Zach sat down and talked to us last night. We all went out, but Zach had a lot of words of encouragement and some help for us on how to help John and how to help ourselves, because parents get wound up about it too. And so I got to credit Zach for kind of getting things back on course for ourselves and John today. He definitely played a different caliber of ball, and Zach really, we kid a lot, play a lot. But I appreciate your words last night and the opportunity to be able to hear perspective from a parent that has a kid that plays multiple sports, a daughter that's a very good diver that will no doubt be a D1 and probably an Olympic athlete. Really do appreciate the words. We hadn't been in a good way the last few weeks, so we appreciate that. That helps more than you know. We're going to be back up and we're going to be playing again, I think at 1:50 or 1:30. So join us. We get to play again now, and check your game changer real quick. Watch it and come back and join us for another game. And I don't know who we're playing, but until then, we appreciate you watching.